very good at rhyming, that man. Before he got devoured by whatever mushroom he was picking. Hopefully it was worth it. The real question is, who would let a drug fiend loose in a mushroom forest? Like, obviously this is not the best environment. That's like putting a hungry bobcat in a room full of orphans. Like, why would you do it? They're small, and they're not going to be able to outmaneuver a fucking... like, why? Why would you do that? The typical Borderlands humor. Shriek as loud as possible, yes. The sweet, dulcet sounds of losing hearing in both my ears. Simultaneously. Also, I have no idea how the fuck to navigate this level because I'm not used to the map yet, so I've literally just been dicking around and wasting your guys' time. I'm sorry about that. Let me actually go to the fucking map marker and fucking actually pay attention to the quest icon. Oh, here we go. The giant glowing purple magical crystal. Of course.
Half bard, half barbarian.
Oh, yes! He is in the game. Yes, dude. Best motherfucker they've ever made. Handlebar mustache and all. He's like Hulk Hogan in a Borderlands character. I love it. Say something, you beautiful bastard.
I gotta get across the ocean for a quest, but
he's so beautiful, man.
down with a bad case of on fire. Can you help me out?
I love two things in this world.
Kinda reminds me of Macho Man Randy Savage.
A little bit.
And respecting all
Kind of.
beings, irrespective of my own underlying cultural bias.
I think it's the half-clothed and the chains and shit that does it, and the long unkempt hair. And the mustache. That might be it. Maybe.
What's wrong with the loot?
I don't know. It's made of wood from the forest, which should make it magic.
Have you tried not slamming it against shit? Like a hammer?
With the very much father.
Have you tried playing it? You know, instead of hitting stuff with it?
Right. Exactly. Have you tried fucking playing it instead of slamming it willy-nilly against stuff? Also, what's the point of having a speaker? Doesn't that, like, defeat the purpose of the strings on the instrument? Because the strings are obviously to tune it, right? So if you don't need to tune it, like... okay, that doesn't make any sense. No, if it was an electric flute or whatever the fuck it is, or a fucking lute or whatever, electric lute, I don't know. Then I could understand, but... Kill thorn guards? What thorn guards? Oh, those thorn guards, okay. See, I don't know how I feel about the guys with electric powers. Really don't know how I feel about that. I really don't like the electric people. The electric people hurt really bad. The Eddie Grants are not ideal. I thought I killed this man. Wait, do those bullets home? Like, what is the... Okay, no, they don't home. I thought they were homing or something. Maybe it's after you hit a target they home?
I got all the magic I need.
Yeah, get fucked, badass skeleton knight. You ain't shit, pussy. Get wrecked. Oh shit. Now there's a badass skeleton archer. Obviously a little bit aggravated that I killed his badass skeleton knight friend. Okay, that was not too bad. Yeah, the spin to win is honestly really fun, but the thing I hate about it is you can easily get dicked out of it. And if you go into fight for your life or whatever and you just can't, like, do anything or whatever, like, then you're just kind of fucked. Like, it hasn't steered me wrong yet, but I have a feeling that in later game modes, if I can't up its damage to be on par with whatever I'm trying to battle, then I'm gonna get dicked really hard with it. Oh, there's a die up there. Alright, well, I'll have to get that after I'm done battling the evil immortal skeleton undead warriors that came from the pits of hell. And the purple magical crystal people. All that nonsense. Dude, you have a wooden shield that's not gonna stop my bullets that literally suck the life force from you, which doesn't even make any sense because they're skeletons. They're undead. They're like unlife. They're the exact opposite of life. I really do like the melee combat in this game, though. It is a lot more fun than it has been in previous Borderlands entries.
Magic crystals that whole time, like an evil cocoon. Wreck its entire scene.
Ah, fucking eat it, bitch. Eat it, bitch. Oh man, I deserve that. I got way too sassy for my britches there. I definitely deserve that. I also found out, I think, that these barrels heal you, so that's really nice. Yeah, see, like, we learned wooden shields never worked when we played Ocarina of Time for the first time when we were, like, 9, 10 years old, or, like, 6, 7 years old, or whatever. And you go into Dodongo's cavern, and you try and block fire with a wooden shield from a Dodongo, and it literally burns. Or you get hit by a fire keys, and it literally burns your shield away. And you're just like, oh fuck, well, like, now I don't have a shield. How am I gonna battle the fucking lizard warriors that are fighting me over the pits of lava? And it's like, okay, well, somebody made a grave mistake, didn't they? Also, I think I cheated that. Oh yeah, I definitely cheated that. What? That can't be right. That can't be right. Why would they do that? I thought these were supposed to be hidden. I'm definitely taking that. But yeah, I thought these were supposed to be hidden. These aren't exactly well hidden, are they? Seeing as how I'm finding them literally left and right. Right then. I probably should have destroyed the corruption thorn thingy while I was over there. Now I have to do a roundabout. And no, I don't mean the stupid fucking song. I mean, like, actually moving around physically. Wooden shield endangers passivity? No, a wooden shield promotes passivity, and that's bad. We learned that in Bloodborne. That's why when you play Bloodborne, you go pick up the wooden shield because you think it's gonna be Dark Souls, and then you get ass-fucked immediately. That's supposed to tell you, yeah, bitch, this ain't Dark Souls. This is a whole new rodeo. Suit up. Get your spurs on, get your fucking boots on, and saddle up. Because this ain't Dark Souls anymore.
So the Dragon Lord is using the crystal thorns to leech the magic out of
Because
the
shields are a defense mechanism, and Bloodborne is centered on aggression rather than passive defense. Yeah, exactly. Fuck shields.
because it's evil?
Be a fucking man. Fight the giant 8,000 foot tall demon that's literally multiple skyscrapers high without a shield. The only time I will promote use of shields is when you're fighting Bed of Chaos and you're trying not to get pushed off a cliff. Oh, there's another die up there. Because that shit is fucking dumb. And everybody thinks Bed of Chaos is a terrible boss, and yeah, it is gimmicky, and yeah, it's very poorly thought out, it's very dumb, it's not very interesting. But it is not hard. And people seem to think it is very difficult, and it's very frustrating, and it's very annoying. No, it's not. You just haven't experimented with it enough. The floor breaks at very specific points. It can only do like 1 or 2 attacks. It either throws fire at you, or it moves its tree arms. And if you hold up a great shield, it can't do shit to you, unless you're fucking spun around the opposite way, in which case it's gonna spank your ass like you're a newborn baby and send you down into the death pit. But you've been playing Dark Souls all up until Izalith the entire time, so you should learn to fucking face your target when you're holding a shield up. So if you're too stupid to know how to fucking do that, then you deserve to, you know, be fucking sent to your death, I think.
Hey, this is great. I can see why she likes this.
Oh, you guys are getting the big death spin, absolutely. Big death spin. Oh, that's not very good, is it? Except numerous skeletons. I gotta remember that, like, I'm playing on the harder mode, and, like, probably going into a whole bunch of fucking skeletons willy-nilly, just trying to use my big ability is not gonna do me as much favors as I think it will. It'll maybe take out, like, 2 or 3 targets, but it's not gonna take out the entire crowd. And I think that's why... the Berserker doesn't seem like it's as balls-out mode as I thought it would be. Because, like, I thought it would be just, like, Icelandic aggression, barbarian, fucking, you know, Viking mode, and you'd just go and, like, freeze shit to death and then chop it and break it in half, but apparently not. Because on the harder mode, you get, like, damage reduction to targets, and, like, they do more damage to you and shit like that. So I think that's why it's not working as well as I think it should. But, like, it works ample enough, definitely. I just gotta learn what its risks and rewards are, pretty much. And I think that just requires time investment and experimentation, like learning how to use it, like what situations I should use it in. Archmage of Corruption, yeah, that's a little bit worrisome. Mildly. Mild concern. Okay, never mind, he's dead. What? Get out of here, you prick. Also, why are these skeletons wearing do-rags? Oh, they're mummies, right? Gotcha, okay. Never mind, I thought they were culturally appropriating all of Tupac's albums. Nice.
Hero, I have one question for you, and one question only.
Do I like explosions?
Explosions?
Yes.
Sure.
I knew it.
Of course I like explosions. I have a question for you. Do you like steroids? Do you like kilts? Do you like bagpipes and magic flutes and magic lutes? And magic glutes, because again, he's very roided. Yeah, that sounds like I'm cooking up an evil boss that you have to fight laugh. That's what that sounds like. I don't know how I feel about that. Although last time she said I had to fight an evil boss, it wasn't all that bad. So, like, maybe it won't be that terrible, I don't know. That laugh did sound pretty evil, though. That was a pretty evil cackle, even for Tina. Can you stop shooting me for like 5 seconds? I know it's a Borderlands game. Although, like, one vibe I do get with this game is I feel like the build variety is going to be a lot better and a lot more interesting. Because, like, I've heard you get 2 different skill trees and you can mix skills from them and shit like that. And I like the idea of that, and the emphasis on melee combat, and like how melee-centric this game appears to be, or feel, rather, is if I can figure out what this attack scales with, because I don't know if it scales with melee damage or not. I don't remember if I asked you or not, Riku, you'd probably know. If that big ice spin thing scales with melee damage, then I could see like a berserker build already that I'm gonna go for. Or try to go for anyway. I have to see what like the loot is in this game. I gotta see like what kind of things I'd want to use to support it. But like once I get a bit of the legendary gear and I understand like exactly what I'm working with in this game, I think I could do some pretty clever stuff. Hi. That was creepy. It scales with melee damage? Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Alright, so I know I saw, like, a memory marble up there, and I'm wondering if I can, like, just cheat it. Can I cheat it? Oh, we can. All I gotta do is be careful and not fall off, and I think we got the shit in the bag. Nice.
There's
Cool.
a marble close by. Crack it open.
What?
Another desire demon.
It's a thing I don't have. Oh yeah, so like I said before, I actually figured out how the extra bonus content works because I got the Uber Deluxe Special Mega Edition or whatever the fuck it's called. And I got a legendary gun and I got a legendary spell-a-majig thing. Ooh. I jumped an extra time there for no fucking reason, I don't know why. That's a bunch of shite. I don't want any of that. Ooh. Melee attacks restore 3.2% of your action skill cooldown. Yeah, well, not while it's active. That's the problem, isn't it? Alright. I've already gone over this way. It would appear. Hello? California changes people, man. That's all I gotta say. We're not going down there. I know better than that. You ain't gonna catch me jacking it in San Diego. No fucking way. I'd rather go with the colonies of deadly mushrooms. We have to head up this way, yeah? Yeah. Didn't Borderlands 3 allow 2 skills to be used with the introduction of the 4th tree? No, they just introduced a 4th tree. Zane can use 2 skills. All the other characters are limited to 1 action skill, but you can use different abilities from different trees to support whatever action skill you have, I think. Or the extra abilities that you unlock with the tiers of the skill trees as you go down support the main ability of that tree or something in different ways or some shit like that. And it adds for good gameplay variety, but at the end of the day, the thing is some of the builds are not going to be as viable as other builds are. And the thing is, like, you need the damage output to be near equivalent if people want to actually go for different varieties and options with building their characters. And that's something else I think they really need to pay attention to. So, like, you know how, like, as Borderlands 3's life and longevity has gone on, they've been doing various weapon nerfs and buffs and stuff like that? They need to keep in mind that the weapons they make and the way they tailor the weapons, because they don't want the weapons to be overpowered, so they usually give them some sort of drawback, or different weapons are more viable with different characters depending on what their special abilities are and, like, based on what they can do. And that's the way the weapons are designed. The weapons are designed around the potential characters and classes that they'd be best utilized with, yeah. So, like, they need to find a way to make the varieties that they produce viable. So, like, for example, like, if you use Moes in Borderlands 3, explosive Moes, regardless of whatever weapons you use, it doesn't matter. Regardless of whatever skills you get, it doesn't matter. Fire Moes will always be better than explosive Moes, but you can only get the most out of incendiary Moes with some of the explosive skills, if that makes sense. But, like, if you go full explosive mode, there's no way you're gonna fucking outdamage incendiary mode, and it sucks. And, like, the thing is, like, different playstyles and different abilities would actually be fun, because you can play that same character in different ways. You know, which is what they wanted. That's exactly what they were designing the shit around. Yeah, versatility, exactly. It has the most, but, like, it's not well-rounded enough to the point that, like, I feel like they were trying to hit, you know? So, like, they need to do a bit more with it. But, like, it is definitely the most versatile, and is definitely the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's the most approachable in terms of, like, build a character around this type of damage, use this weapon, use this as a support thing, like, use this, blah, blah, blah. I already killed your big death warrior. Summon more skeletons, especially fucking mini bitches. Especially after I kill your big death lord. Summon another big death lord, or a bigger death lord, or something like that. Don't throw more fodder at me. Said the man. Oh, I see. When they teleport, they get their shield back, do they? Gotcha. Alright. This kind of bugs me that there are very special guns based on different editions. I'm way more towards all equality. Some weapons, no matter how much they buff, will always be shit at endgame. Borderlands 3 is the most versatility. It's way more rounded than Borderlands 2. That shit is so goddamn bad endgame. Yeah, Borderlands 2 endgame is fucking ridiculously, terribly misbalanced. It's so not good. Like, OP8 is just fucking retardation out the wazoo. It's literally nuts.
As if an answer.
But yeah, like, that's something I was mentioning earlier in my rant, is they need to start putting endgame at the forefront. So they need to start theory crafting and build making for endgame with endgame in mind, rather than building the characters from start. Come up with a concept, think about where they're going to be at endgame, what skills you're going to give the characters, what kind of weapons those characters are going to be the most viable and the most effective with, and start building and limiting ways that players can utilize those weapons. That's what I think they need to start doing. And then, again, something that they did that I really don't like, but I don't really have a problem with because it adds more replay value, and, you know, it doesn't hurt, but, like, it's not the way I would have went about it, is in previous iterations of the Borderlands franchise, i.e. Borderlands 2, and Borderlands the pre-sequel, they added entirely new characters that were, you know, brand new characters to play with new abilities that are better with different weapons, so it actually gives you a different playstyle, and it's actually fun. And then, I just noticed the chests are covered in spores and mushrooms and shit. That's pretty cool. But in Borderlands 3, they just gave the existing characters new skill trees, which is totally fine. Like, it's not bad, because you can combine skills from those trees to help supplement your build as it is, or you can work and diversify your current build to, you know, new expectations. And, you can work out new ways to, you know, theory craft and, like, come up with, like, different builds and, like, utilize different weapons and shit like that, and that's actually very good. That's very constructive for the series. But they need to start thinking of ways that are going to keep players absolutely engaged and, like, sinking time into the series as they produce the next game, or as they work on developing the next game, because I'm pretty sure everybody here knows Borderlands 4 is already in development. It's been in development for about a year and a half. So Borderlands 4 is coming. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And when Borderlands 4 does come out, I want them to actually think about this shit ahead of time. And Borderlands 3 was by far the best iteration in the series in terms of gameplay and mechanics and shit like that. And especially, like I said, the takedowns and the endgame bosses and shit like that. Those were all really cool. Even the main bosses of the game were actually pretty damn cool. Like how dynamic they were and like how interesting they were compared to like previous Borderlands bosses, which I've said are just either random bandits with a big health bar or like they're just damage sponges and you have to like put bullets into them until they die. But you go and fight Votan the Invincible, and he, like, literally flies up in the air and starts shooting rocket pods at you, and, like, the fucking shields and the lasers, and, like, the unique soundtracks and shit like that. And, like, the dynamics they actually put to those fights actually make them very fun and engaging. And, like, they need to keep up with experimenting with that idea and playing around with it and mulling different ideas over, and just trying to execute different things. And, based on community feedback, see what they need to adjust and, like, what they need to change, and, like, all that sort of fucking shit, you know, but I have no doubt the Borderlands series will continue to evolve and improve, at least I hope so. I'm assuming the big scary fucking death boss is down here, because that looks like a drop-off if I've ever seen one, because there is a downward slant and a waypoint marker, so I'm going to make sure I don't need anything else, and we are going to go fight the big evil scary boss. The pre-sequel was probably the best build-wise, but endgame was so non-existent, so that just made the game bad because no endgame. Yeah, nobody wanted to keep playing it. The Banshee. Whoa. Okay. Alright.
Whoa, the Banshee.
Whoa, okay.
Watch out, Fatemaker. She's going for a total party wipe.
Okay. It's kind of eerie that there's no music. Okay, that's a projectile. I thought it might be. Projectile? Okay. Okay, so she has projectiles that she flings all at once, and she has projectiles that she flings one at a time. Oh shit! Oh shit! Shit! Okay, that shit hurts really bad. Oh oh, okay. Okay. Oh, alright, I see. I see. I got it. I think I understand. The blue ones you gotta jump over, and the purple ones you gotta duck. It's like Fusion Frenzy. That's what it is. It's basically just fucking Fusion Frenzy, that's it. So when she brings out the poison, run inward. She has poison in the center now, so I can't go in the center, so I want to fight her on the ring. And then when I go down into the middle, she shoots the waves at me that I have to jump and duck under, yeah. And she has the projectiles. Okay, I think I've figured this out pretty fast. Yeah, it's kind of weird that there's a bit of silence on the music. Like, there's no engaging, like, high, you know, octane action music playing or anything like that. It's kind of weird. Okay, he kind of bounced me a little bit. Just a question, can you slide under these? Oh, you can. Okay. I don't know if that's going to be handy or not. How would you fight her with a melee build, out of curiosity? Would you just, like, run up next to her and start beating the shit out of her, or what? That is a no. Okay. So, she's just a non-meleeable boss, like you can't fight her with melee then? That's kind of a shame. Okay, that's fine. I think my weapon is doing adequate damage to her. I think I got this in the bag, no problem. Ow. Unless I do that. Oh, there's a lot of health down here. Alright. She keeps miraculously hitting me with those fucking electric bolts, and I have no idea how the fuck she's hitting me, TBH. Okay, so now there's poison in the middle, and there's poison on the outside. Oh, the poison's gone, okay. I was gonna say, there's poison in both places, so I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to run to. Oh, there is music, it's just very quiet. There is music, though. It's just not very dynamic, it's not very, It's more like ambiance and like weird spookiness rather than like I said earlier, like high octane pump it kind of American style fucking hardcore stuff. Yeah, but I think I'm doing ample damage to her. I think I'll get this in a matter of time. I'm gonna try to speed it up though, because I think I've seen everything she can do at this point, so now it's just damage soaking material pretty much. I think my little pistol does more damage than that shotgun does. So I'm just gonna stick with using that. Might want to keep a few skulls around in case I end up going down or something stupid happens. Oh, they summon bats. That's what it is. They summon vampire bats. Okay, I see. I never noticed that before. Yeah, the bullets turn into vampire bats. That's pretty interesting. Okay, that's kind of cool. Because it's a blood drainy gun. Okay, alright. I can't believe it took me that long to notice. Yeah, I've played Fusion Frenzy for years, bitch. You're gonna have to do better than that.
Good.
Right then.
Skills means higher prices.
That was pretty cool. Did she drop me a shiny? No shiny? Aw. Damn.
Impressive.
That's unfortunate.
I've seen the Banshee mop the floor with high-level
Warrior
characters.
Spears? Okay.
Between you and me,
Open
we
Book
have a thing,
Arcane?
but then she left me with
I kind of want her costume. That costume is pretty neat.
You know, I mean, good for her, guy's a hunk. No! The heart of the forest is already corrupted! You evil! You took away my magic and my best friend! I'll never rip again!
I don't want to hear Mr. Torg cry.
Hey! Someone out there! Let
Oh,
me
it's Brick.
go!
The muffled voice seems to be coming from a caged crystal, hanging before the corrupted.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Shoot me free!
Yeah, well... What the fuck?
Very punch, father! You're
I know it's Pride Month, Brick, but calm down, man. Can we tone it down a little bit?
truly are a barbarian!
I really don't know how I feel about this. This is a little... No, quit spinning around, man. No need to hide your shame. It's alright. Let me get a good look.
You know me?
He does know how to accessorize, though. I'll give him that. Did you visit Hawaii recently? Did you go to a luau? Did you get laid?
Can you fix his magic?
You know, with an actual
He
Hawaiian
needs
lay?
to bless our ship.
Can I? Ah! I'm the one he wanted from in the first place. Watch this. Zippy, zappy, pussy, magoo.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Is my loot at full power now?
Why didn't they just do that in Avatar, James Cameron?
Wait, wait.
They could have just done what he did with the Magoo shit and fucking fixed everything. Why didn't they do that? Would have been a lot faster than sitting through a fucking 2.5-hour movie.